Hello everyone, what is broken brain? It's a modern term, I don't particularly like it, but it's the way that people know what I'm talking about, so let's carry on with it. So broken brain means all sorts of mental health disorders, and what's been happening is there's been an explosion of them, especially in the most affluent countries. So the countries where there's the most money, huge amounts of people with serious problems with the brain. So broken brain, let's think about the obvious things that involves. Obviously depression, persistent anxiety, autism, ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, dementia. The list goes on, doesn't it? There are so many conditions where what we're dealing with is problems with the functioning of the brain. So that's what the issue is. And there's a really simple answer, and it's so simple it's going to require more than one film to go into this properly, but let me give it to you really simply. I'm going to call it uncommon sense. So the answer to all the problems with broken brain is uncommon sense. Now I say that because it would have been common sense if you go back a while, go back into recent history, it would have been totally common sense, everything I'm going to say. But today, a lot of what I'm going to say is going to be actually quite revolutionary, and it's going to be uncommon sense because it's going to fly in the face of almost everything that people do today. So here's a paradox. The paradox is explosion of mental health issues affecting more and more people, and especially the elderly with Alzheimer's, dementia, that's just skyrocketing out of control. Same thing with young people. And the solution is going to be to take a big step away from what everyone else is doing. So you've got what the sheeple are doing, what the everyday people are doing. They are doing so many things which is actually harming the brain. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into what I call the territory of the pioneer. Pioneers are people who are willing to take the steps to tread their path away from the mainstream, to leave the big motorway of human choice behind and to go on the road less travelled. Not so many people taking that path. And one of the first really difficult paradoxes is when it comes to your everyday life, it means massive changes. And one of the big areas, of course, is food. So this is going to mean taking a complete step away from what almost everyone you know is doing. Now, if your brain function is absolutely fine and you're happy with your brain function, there's nothing to do. But more and more people realize this is not the case anymore. So the following films I'm going to be making is to help you to enter the undiscovered territory of a fully functioning brain, which will give you the capacity to do all the things you've always wanted to do but felt held back from doing. Very excited about this. So that's the end of part one. We'll go into part two. Thank you.